Today we'll learn about how to calculate percentages. Okay, this is very important in your life. Eventually, this is one of this that you'll be using for the rest of your life. So let's start with a very easy one. So let's say your mom has given you, let's say, £10. Okay, and your mom said you can use 50% from £10. Okay. So that's what the scenario is. Okay, so that means you need to learn what is the 50% of £10. Okay, so normally what I'll do, I'll go like this. So it's 50%. So I'll always put the percent 5 of 10. So the amount will be on the right hand side, and normally the percentage will be on the left hand side. Okay, it's very simple. The way it's gonna work, for this percentage, you need to write 100 at the bottom, and whichever the percentage is, so 50 needs to be here. That's the first thing you do. Then you simply multiply with whichever amount is asked from. So it's from £10. Make sure the line is all the way through. Okay, then what you do, there are two ways to do this math. So normally, if there is any zero on the right hand side, very simply you can just delete them like this. Okay, so that means 1 0 is gone, and that's 1 0. So if you can delete 1 0 from the bottom, you also have to delete 1 0 from the top. Then there's one more 0 here, so I've deleted 1 0, so I have to delete 1 0 from here, and that's simply 5 times 1 is 5. And if there's 1 like this, you don't have to write down 1 at the bottom anymore, because 1 doesn't really carry any value if it's at the bottom. That's your answer there. So now if your mom said, okay, now you need to find out what is the 50% from £20. Okay, very simple. What I'll first do, stop thinking about everything else. Based on the percentages, I will write 100. Then it's 50, right? So I'll write down 50 here. Then times whatever is over here. So that's 20. Very simply, I can see so many zeros there, so I'm going to delete 1 0 from the bottom. If I have deleted 1 0 from the bottom, I also have to delete 1 from the top. Then I can see one more, that's it. So it's 10 divided 1. But again, 1 doesn't have any value, so 10 is okay. You don't need to write that down. Okay. Now let's have a look a bit other one. Now let's find out what will be 25% of £30. Okay, so again, very simple, stick to the basic. 100 for the percentage, 25 is here, multiply whatever is there. Okay, so now I can see a few zeros there, so I'm going to delete 1 0 from here, 1 from here. Right, now there's one beautiful thing you have to do, and you have to be clever. So you need to multiply 25 times 3, which is 75. Okay, so what you do, you simply write down 75 here, and remember the 10 is at the bottom too. Now there's a very easy way to do a division for that. Remember, if there's 1 0, you simply write down the top number, and if there's 1 0, so then you just count out, okay, number. So there's 2 digits, number 5 and number 7. So this is 2 digits. So what you do, and if there's 1 0, you just put a dot in here. Okay. So just to make sure you understood. So let's do a math for, let's say, 89. If that needs to be divided by 10, the answer should be 8.9. Why? Because there's 1 0 here. So that means you just need to put a dot from the right hand side to here. Okay, now let's have a look one more. If it's 73 divided 10, the answer should be 7.3. Clear? Let's do one more. If it's 13 divided 10, the answer should be 1.3. The 1 is from here and 3 is from here, and for this 0 there's a dot, because see, there's one number here, so after one number the dot should be here. Another number, let's go for 1, 2, 3 divided 1. again. So you just write down 1 and 2 as it is. So this 2 will be here, but then there's a dot. That's for this one, for the 0, and 3 there. Or you can think of other way, which is, let's say 2, 4, 7 divided 10. Simply write down 2, 4, 7 like this. And how many zeros there? There's 1 0. So that means you don't count one number, just put 0 here. That's another way to think, however you would like. So if it's 4, 3, 5, why I'm showing you so many times? Because this is where actually you make most of the mistakes. My daughter makes so many mistakes based on that. She will do all the math correct, but she's going to struggle based on this one. So I'll write 4, 3, 5 over here. And how many zeros? There's 1 0. That's it. So the same applies if it's 4, 3, 5. And if you found 1 0 0 for an example, so you'll write down 4, 3, 5. How many zeros there? 2. So 1 and 2. So the dot should be here. Let's do one more. 7. Let's say 7, 3, 5 divided 100. So I'll write down 7, 3, 5. How many zeros here? 2. So I'm going to ignore 2 and the dot will be here. Okay, so now let's find out a math. Okay, let's do a math now. Now I want to find out what is the 33% of, let's say, 26 pound. Okay, very simple. It might look complicated to you, but it is not, trust me. So 100 will be at the bottom because of the percentage. 33 is here, that's my basic, times 26. See, now it looks very complicated, but it's not. So now let's do the math. So what do you do? 33, 26. So that's 18. There's 1 there. That's 19 here. And then there's 6 here and 6 here. Okay, so the answer is 8. That's 5. And then 1 is at the hand, 7, 8. 8, 5, 8. Okay, so the answer is 8, 5, 8 at the top, and at the bottom is still 100. Okay, ignore the one here. Okay, very simple. Okay, I'll just write it here again just to make sure that you understood. So it's 8, 5, 8 divided 100. What should you do? So I'm going to write down 8, 5, 8. So I'm going to write down 8, 5, 8. But how many zeros are there? There's 2. So 8, 5, 8. So how many zeros there? There's 2, right? So 1 and 2. So the dot should be here. Okay, I hope you understood. Just keep practicing a bit more, so then you'll get used to it and you're going to love this. Okay, take care. Bye.